Hello, thank you for tuning in to this week's reads. This week I'm going to use for the tarot part the Astromatrix Tarot, and astromatrix.org on the back here is where you check it out if you're interested. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish, illustrated by Jesse Reish, and it's a Hay House product. So at the bottom there you can see the hayhouse.com if you're interested. Did I show the front of it? I hope I did. And for the dice, as always, I'm using the Dice Shop. Math Art Fun is where I got them. Hopefully you can read that if you want to. I use a 22-sided dice for the Major Arcana, substituting 22 for 0 for the Fool. 14-sided dice for the Minor Arcana, with a 4-sided dice choosing the element. Okay, that being said, if you'd like a reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below, same email. That being said, let's get into your reading. Hello, Virgo. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. These readings are valid for whenever you tune into them. That being said, what do we have for Virgo? Ooh. Let's get all the cards down before we get too excited. Okay. I've done about half of the readings for this section. I'm going to say hands down so far yours is the best. Just looking at the cards. We have to interpret them, of course. Something's coming in that I feel like you were not expecting. Totally something new coming in. I keep getting you weren't expecting it. Weren't expecting it. It's all yours. You're in complete control of it. Trying to get more information on this. It's slow to come forward, whatever it is. High Priestess, half in, half out, and then the Ten of Cups, half in, half out. Not everybody's a fan of this. And I feel like this is something I've dealt with in the past for other people. Could be love-related, doesn't have to be. Could be something you want. Something you want that maybe you didn't think you were going to get, or something you want that you're like, well, other people want things more than I do, so I just haven't pushed it. It's coming right in, though. How is it coming in like this? I mean, Virgo's usually slow and steady wins the race, but if it's something you wanted and the opportunity shows up, you might just go for it. You got is it the page or Page of Wands with the good cheer. Something just pops right forward. I'm not really even getting an analogy for it. It's just there, but it's something that I feel like you have wanted. So when it shows up, it's kind of like, I know I want it. And I feel like you're taking it, and I feel like you're taking on all the responsibility for it. Because you're like, oh, if it's going to be mine, I got to be completely responsible for it, and I want it. So I guess that's what I'm going to do. Not everybody's a fan, but I don't know if that really bothers you. There's the Knight. Okay, I thought I saw the Knight. The Knight of Wands showing up in the environment. Other people don't understand this because they don't see where you've been planning to make this happen. But it doesn't matter. You know you want it. It's not like it's a new concept, but when it showed up, you're like, well, I want it, so I guess I'm going to make it happen, and I'm going to keep what it is I got. And you seem to understand and accept that it's going to be totally your ball of wax. You're going to have to take care of it and do everything to make it happen, to make it work. And I feel like I've looked at this kind of like, well, if that's what it takes, I want it, so I'll do that. If that's what it takes, then I'll do that. Be nice to have some help. Be nice to have some support. But if I'm not going to get it, then I'm not going to get it. I don't know. I feel like a very realistic kind of like, I want this. And I know people aren't going to be helping me, but that's all right. I'm going to do it anyway. the shock is kind of like, I didn't think this was going to happen. And the death card coming in with the harmony, you have made peace with yourself over this. You want it, and if other people don't like it, you've made peace with that. Like, okay, you don't want it, then you don't have to want it. I do. I'm keeping this. This is for me. I will take care of it. Whatever it is, I will take care of it. I just feel like the way it's falling into your lap, you're completely shocked, but you're like, no, I have thought about this. I just didn't think I'd get the opportunity. But now that I do, I don't expect to get another opportunity, so I'm keeping it. I'm keeping this opportunity. And I totally get that you want it. There's a lot of energy coming through that you want it. The Lover's card, the Fool card, the Fertility card, a lot of this coming in all at once saying, you definitely want this. Am I missing something the way I'm explaining it? Because I feel like I want to explain it again. So is there anything that I'm missing with this? Usually when I want to keep explaining it is because there's another piece to the puzzle. Page of Cups and the Chariot card. Now when I say you don't have support, I feel like there's major players and minor players. Major players may not be a supportive energy. Minor players may be a supportive energy. So it's not like you totally don't have any help. It's not like that. But the major players are not supporting you. It would be the minor players. People who aren't there every day, but that would support you anyway. You know what I mean? So in case I made that sound a little off. Okay. So going forward with this situation, I see it happening. What is going on here? Strength card, 9 of Pentacles, half in, half out. There are some people that are going to help you, okay. But not the ones I want is what I keep getting. I do get people are helping me, but not the ones I want. There's like certain people I want to help me. There's certain people I want to be happy about this, but they're not. I see like the major players that I was talking about before. Once in a while they're supportive, but it's passing. Once in a while they help, but it's nothing that you can rely on. The idea here is if this plays out this way, you might want to just consider being at peace with how it's going. I feel like I was hoping it would change and maybe the connection would be different after time passed, but I don't think it's gonna. I feel like I was hoping some time would pass, people would think about it, and it's like even though they weren't really supportive in the beginning, over some time maybe they would be. I'm getting that probably isn't going to be, or at the very least it won't be consistent. So they're saying make peace with not really getting much help from that major area. Minor people supporting, major people not. I feel like I was thinking over some time I would get some support. I'm not seeing that change. And I feel like as time goes on, there's going to be this question of is this going to be a problem? Because I see is this going to be a problem that literally they said they weren't going to support it and they're standing by this. They are not supporting this. Queen of Cups and the High Priestess upside down. Queen of Cups up, right side up, High Priestess upside down, which tells me I got to make it what I want it, and there might be a balance to this. I can't afford to help people who won't help me. I feel like that's the High Priestess reversed. I can't afford to help people who won't help me. I'm not saying that's good or bad, I'm just getting that. That's just coming forth plain. Just plain. I can't afford to help people who won't help me. There might be some switches. You might see people in a different light over time, because this might really change the dynamics of this connection with some of these major players. Because I feel like there starts to be this division between me and them, because they literally will not help me in any sort of way, and I feel like I'm starting to feel the same way. If they don't want to help me, I don't want to help them, and that's what's creating the divide. But I get that after this, makes peace with itself, after that, we get that divide taken care of, I feel like that's when I move on to other things. Some people might usher themselves right out of your life over this situation, and they don't realize it. There might be a divide over time over this situation. It just slowly but surely happen, and once it's there, I don't feel like it's going backwards. Is there anything I'm missing with that I'm supposed to be saying? Page of Swords reversed and the Lover's card again. Sometimes it becomes a question of who is really good for your life and who isn't. Maybe a side question to go along with this whole reading is if people don't support you, even if they're major players, are they really good people to have in your life? When push comes to shove and you go and get what you want, I feel like you're going to create this energy where it's I'm not going to put up with people who won't support me. And I do feel like that's healthy. They don't support me, I'm not going to support them. I don't feel like that's a bad thing. They're not going to help me, I'm not going to help them. It's like that one hand washes the other. If you're not going to give to me, I'm not going to give to you. I feel like they're just trying to put it out there to see it before it gets that far. It doesn't have to get to a bitter place. But if it just happens naturally, it might get to a bitter place. You don't have to wait it out. If you see it coming and you already know where it's going, you don't have to wait for the slow road to get there. If you already know where it's going to go, save yourself some trauma and just shortcut the distance. That's just an idea. You can clearly do what you think is right. It's a general read, of course. All right. I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email. jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below. Same email. Thanks again for watching. Have a great day.